Lord, it's been so good so far to sing your praises and to thank you for the gospel and how while we were still sinners and enemies of you, you died for us and knew exactly what you were getting, and you loved us anyway. And Lord, for that we cannot thank you enough, and we cannot sing enough to show you how grateful we are. And Lord, I pray as we sing these next couple of songs that we will think about how to share that message everywhere we go, at work, at school, everybody we meet, that it would just be evident in our lives and on the tip of our tongues and on the tip of our minds, Lord. Amen. As we sing the song called You Said, you may or may not know it. The words will be up on the screen, just in case you want to try to sing along. But it has it talks about distant shores and the islands will see your light as it rises on us. And that's the desire of our heart, is that the gospel will go out from just these words that we're singing and just from being in this building, that it will go out the doors and we'll share it with our lives and with everything, hopefully as we live lives that glorify God. That's the desire of our heart. You said, ask and you will receive whatever you need. You said, pray and I'll hear from heaven, and I'll heal your land. You said, your glory will fill the earth like water the sea. You said, lift up your eyes, the harvest is here, salvation is near. You said, ask and I'll give the nations to you, oh Lord. That's the cry of my heart. Distant shores and the islands will see your light as it rises on us. You said, ask and you will receive whatever you need. Sing with us. You said, pray and I'll hear from heaven, and I'll heal your land. I'll heal your land. I'll heal your land. You said, your glory will fill the earth like water the sea. You said, lift up your eyes, the harvest is here, salvation is near. You said, ask and I'll give the nations to you, oh Lord. That's the cry of my heart. Distant shores and the islands will see your light as it rises on us. Ask and I'll give the nations to you, oh Lord. That's the cry of my heart. Distant shores and the islands will see your light as it rises on us. Ask and I'll give the nations to you, oh Lord. That's the cry of my heart. Distant shores and the islands will see your light as it rises rises on us, as it rises on us. I want to do one more for you. More than likely you will not know this song, but I hope you'll listen to the words and let it speak to you. It can be a very convicting song for me, even every time I sing it. It talks about what we're willing to give up to let God be number one, to be pure in flesh and bone. Are we willing to give everything we own if that's what it takes? So. What would I give to be pure in heart, to be pure in flesh and bone? And what would I give to be pure in heart? I'd give everything that I own. I'd let the light in and I'd sweep out the dust and open the windows of trust. And out of those windows all fear will have flown. I'd give everything that I own. What would I give for the words of God to come tumbling from the throne? And what would I give for the words of God? I'd give everything that I own. I'd open my head and they'd roll right in. When I'd open my mouth, they'd roll out again. And uproot the weeds of the deeds I have sown. I'd give everything that I own. Now what would I give for my children's strength on the day that they stand alone? I mean, what would I give for their strength to stand firm? I'd give everything that I own. I've wasted my life in accomplishing things, ignoring the giver of wings. So Lord, teach them to fly to the foot of your throne. I'll give everything that I own. All I've accomplished, the titles I hold, my passions, position, possessions and gold. To God they must look like a thimble of foam, and it's everything that I own. Dirty rags are all that I own. So I stand before God with my stubble and hay. He just laughs but says there is still a way. Because Father, forgive are the words Jesus moaned when he gave everything that he owned. So what would I give to be pure in heart, for the known to be made unknown? And what would I give to be born again?